For a long time, many people have said that if the United States is ever going to deal with its racial problems, we've got to learn how to talk to each other better about race. But maybe the key gap is not learning how to talk, it's learning how to listen. My name is Dr. David Campt, and I'm with the Americans Listen Project, a project by the Emma Bowen Foundation. This project is dedicated to increasing the capacity of people to listen to each other about racial issues. We're particularly focused on equipping white folks who might be called allies around racism to help them build their capacity to be more effective in engaging people who are not allies at the current time. The way we're going to do this is that we're going to recruit students and professionals from fields that are based on listening, journalists, conflict resolution professionals, counselors, etc. And we're going to recruit people who do not prefer presidential candidate Donald Trump. We're going to support them in connecting all around the country to listeners of people of the same race who do support Trump. And we're going to support them in creating effective listening sessions, one-on-one or in small groups, where those folks can express their feelings about the key factors that drive their support, as well as the role that race and demographic change plays in that support. We're going to collect a sense of notes from the listeners who are not journalists about the key drivers of Trump support and the challenges they had to making the Trump supporters feel listened to. We're going to have a contest for the journalists to create products, vlogs, blogs, articles, radio and TV programs, our public engagement strategy. In October, November, and December, we're going to place news stories about our army of listeners out there listening across party lines and pitch those as contrasting with your typical election season conflict stories. In late January, we'll post all of our submissions for our contest online and promote our People's Choice Award, where the general public will select which of these submissions are most worthy of recognition, and we'll drive the traffic from that contest to our emerging set of materials about the keys to listening. In March, we'll have convened our expert panel of journalists for the Civic Journalism Awards, and that'll be another media hit where we can promote the idea of listening. The purpose of this is to begin establishing a toolkit for white allies who are empathetic to the cause of people of color and are empathetic to the idea that there is racism, to try to teach them how to be more effective in talking to other white folks. We're going to also have a publicly available archive about the underlying themes that drive some Trump support, as well as an archive of what we know about the challenges to empathetic listening. From those, we're going to create workshops, brochures, curricula, and other capacity building elements that are going to empower allies in engaging other people. Our belief is that if we're going to advance the race conversation, it is important that white folks who are already sympathetic do better at engaging people who are not so sympathetic. And a core element of that is listening empathetically. No matter what happens, America is going to have a new president, and we need to shift our political discourse to be one that's more about listening and less about conflict. Improving its value in the election season and aftermath, the project can then expand to build capacity for listening across other important divides that block progress on issues. So far, a wealthy Wall Street investor has committed up to $50,000 to this project. We're doing a crowdfunding thing to try to raise some money, but it's also important that we go to other people of means who understand the importance of racial justice and who understand the importance of racial dialogue, and who understand that if we're going to advance the conversation on race, it is important that white folks who already kind of get it are more effective in engaging white folks who don't get it. That's what this project is focused on. I want to thank you for your interest in racial reconciliation, racial justice, racial equity, and a better America. Thanks for listening.